Just do something to tell you who I am, you know?
What I'm talking about today is the idea that exercise may be more beneficial for longer-term weight loss than nutrition. Because these days, a lot of times, you get people saying things like, oh, diet is 90% of results and weight loss and everything like that. And again, I've talked in previous videos how it's like, yes, diet is very important for some results. Other results, hardly really all that important at all. But other results, yes, very important. It depends on the result. But here's the thing, is when you start losing weight, all diets do exactly the same thing. Going on a diet is no different than doing a workout program. You are subjecting your body to something in the environment. So basically, when you're eating something, you're telling your body, this is the food resource that we have in the environment, deal with it. And a lot of times people say, well, these foods burn fat, and these foods make you fat, and all this sort of thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. Whenever you're eating something, you're just basically literally giving your body food and say, here, deal with it. The body says, okay, I've got Oreos, or okay, I've got organic salmon, or whatever. And it says, I'm going to deal with this in the best way I possibly can, so I'm going to change some things. I'm going to change the floral bacteria in my gut. I'm going to change how I perceive the food, how it tastes, how it feels, how my body metabolizes that food, all these sorts of things, because the body doesn't know good food or bad food. All it knows is, I've got this stuff in me, I'm going to use it to the best of my ability. So, here's where I'm going with this. When you're on a diet, you're not telling your body to be leaner. I say vegetarianism or gluten-free or whatever. You're not telling it lose weight. You're not telling it have more energy. You're telling it be as healthy as possible on a vegetarian diet. Now, here's where that whole homeostasis comes in. Every single thing you ever do to your body is saying, here's a situation. Find homeostasis with it. That's the entire point of everything your body ever goes through as far as change, both with diet and exercise. Here's a vegetarian diet. Here's a raw food diet. Here's a diet of nothing but Twinkies, whatever, you know. Find homeostasis. Get to homeostasis, because as Mother Nature understands, homeostasis means survival. If you can't find homeostasis, well, you die. It's that simple. A species that can't get in homeostasis dies off. What happened to the dinosaurs? Asteroid, boom, came in, changed the whole environment. They could not find homeostasis between themselves and their environment. Mass extinction. Homeostasis will literally save a species or kill it off. And it's no different from you. Every cell in your body, every organ, every system, if it finds homeostasis, it gets to survive. So, if it can't find homeostasis, it must change. This is where the changes in fitness come from. Why you build muscle, why you get stronger, why you develop calluses on your hands, why you lose weight, all this sort of thing. It's in the process of your body trying to find back to homeostasis. So you change your diet, you go vegetarian or whatever, and your body's like, whoa, holy smokes, I'm not set up for that. That's why there's stress when you first adopt a new diet or exercise program. Because your body and your mind and everything, it's not set up for that sort of thing. So there's some stress, and the body says, I gotta change, because we were eating steaks and cheeseburgers. That was in the environment. I was good on that. But I'm not set up for this vegetarian thing, so I gotta change things around, set this over here, turn that up and over here and move this over. Okay, now I'm set up for vegetarianism. We're back in homeostasis, which of course means your weight loss stops. Because now you're set up for that diet. You have conditioned yourself for the diet, which is also why if you're like, okay, I'm gonna have a greasy cheeseburger, just as a whim or something like that. It makes you feel like crap, and you're like, oh my God, that was terrible. And people will always say, oh yeah, see how bad it is? No, it's not bad for you. You're just not set up for it anymore. Guarantee if you go back to eating cheeseburgers, it's not gonna take very long for your body to be like, oh yeah, now I'm set up for it again. So the problem with changing diet in the interest of weight loss is that you can only change it so much and keep going. Okay, so let's just say from the simple perspective of cutting out foods, cutting out calories, that sort of thing. So you cut out certain foods, you cut out the processed foods, cut out the junk food, and you go down to like 1,500 calories. Okay, so you drop and your body's gonna start arranging things and twisting and moving this and more of that type of bacteria and less of that, and we gotta have a better sense of taste for fish and less for this and all these sorts of things, and you're like, good. We're all set up for that kind of diet, and of course you stopped losing weight, but here's the problem. What do you do now? What do you do now to further keep that calorie imbalance from going on. Keep going down. That's like these people who are running businesses and someone across the street has cheaper prices, so they lower their prices, so they lower theirs, and they lower theirs, they'll lower theirs. Pretty soon, both of them are running themselves on the ground. This is what happens with the dietary stuff. You keep cutting back the calories, cutting out the foods, cut out. It's this downward spiral. Before you know it, you're nothing but organic carrots on 500 calories a day, and you're still not losing weight because your body's like, I don't know how I'm going to make this work, but I got to find a way. So that's where the exercise comes in. Once you've cut out the extra stuff, the chips, the soda, all of the calories and the types of foods that you can probably just do without and be fine, you're getting down to the essential stuff. So you're in calorie balance now, so what do? Well, now is when the exercise comes into play. It's not going to be as fast, it's not going to be hardcore, losing 5 pounds a week or anything, but you go out for 4-hour hike, let's say, burn an extra 2,000 calories, you force that caloric imbalance for a short period of time, but it's a 2,000 calorie imbalance, and your body cannot do anything about it. How great is that? You have forced homeostasis to shift a little bit, so you've burned off excess calories, you've burned off some of that fat, and as long as you don't compensate with your diet to get back into level during that 48-hour window or so, you have forced the calories out of your body, then your activity level and your diet stuff is back into a homeostasis situation after the weekend, and from a perspective of your mind and body, you're good and you're comfortable because you're back in here, but you've removed 2,000 calories of stuff from your body, and a lot of that's going to be from fat. So I know I'm touching on a lot of subjects here. This is, whole chapters in the book are devoted to this, but wanted to give you a taste of what's coming your way. Till then, be fit, live free.